Ponyo, you okay?
Good morning, Sosuke!
When I was like 4 or 5 years old, my mom and dad took me to see Ponyo in theaters. I honestly can't fathom why. My parents understand anime less than Chainsaw Man fans understand their own series. I think their reasoning for it at the time was that I was obsessed with Finding Nemo, so another animated film about a little fish person was sure to be right up my alley. Seeing this movie is genuinely one of the earliest memories I have, right next to reading Magic Treehouse and Birthdays at Monkey Joe's, so it's no surprise that it's kind of fundamental in my development as a human being. Even watching it now as a much older quote-unquote adult, I can't help but be floored at how effortlessly and realistically Ponyo captures the magic of just being a kid. Everything about this movie, from its child choir soundtrack to its seemingly nonsensical plot to its whimsy-filled animation, every facet oozes the wonder and ingenuity that's inherent to being a young little human. And it never fails to put a big dumb grin on my face. I love seeing how vibrant the sea is. I love the colors. I love the bustling look of the town and how their house sits on this cliff. I love how curious Sosuke is about a goldfish. I love how this random wave grows a face and he just shrugs it off like it ain't shit. I love how Sosuke's mom drives like a crackhead and how Ponyo's dad is like a mythical sea wizard. I love Ponyo's unceasing optimism. I love how she grows chicken legs through sheer force of will. I love how goofy she looks in this form and how no one questions this fish anamorphing into a little girl. I love the way the ramen looks and the look of fascination on her face at watching it boil. I love bro's silly little sailor hat and how they start whipping around on his toy boat like they got the new 4Gs on the G. I love this jaw-dropping sequence of Ponyo running on these fish. It's probably my favorite animation cut of all time. Like, this whole movie always makes me feel like a dumb little poopy pants baby, and I love getting lost in its euphoric perspective. There is no cynicism in Ponyo. Even when the entire fucking town floods and people are left stranded and homeless, they just accept that that's how it is. They don't have control over it, they can't fight it, and instead all they can do is focus on what's important to them now. The movie seems to understand that the entire essence of childhood is comprised of taking things in stride, and that entire understanding is contained in Ponyo herself. Ponyo is this impulsive little bottle of ambition. She just does things. She doesn't consider the consequences or how they could affect her down the line. If she wants it, she goes and gets it. And that's like the most stupid little kid thing ever. When you're a kid, you're not bogged down in worry about certain decisions or what you're gonna do in the future. You're not cringing at things you said in the past or regretting moments you let pass. You're focused on like the new episode of Regular Show, trying to get a black belt in Karjitsu, or getting your mom to restock the fruit roll-ups. You're checking your 3DS Street Pass, trying not to get caught on cool math games, and shitting yourself when Cartoon Network becomes Adult Swim. You're crushing on Ty Lee or Azula, running your boys in Beyblade, or scamming that one fucker on the playground out of his Mega Kyogre EX. You're so fascinated with everything in your vicinity that you don't even have time to worry about stupid shit like what could be. And honestly, as cringe and melodramatic as it sounds, I sometimes wish I could do that again. I wish I could live perfectly in the 24/7 rather than constantly having 1 foot 5 years ago and the other 5 years from now. But when I watch Ponyo, I'm reminded that shit almost never is that serious. You worry about something, you fret about it forever, and more often than not, it'll probably work itself out. You gotta spend less time worrying about why you should do something and spend more time appreciating the fact that you can. That I'm where I am, with who I'm with, doing what I'm doing. Just being infatuated with the way things are. And I think that's why Ponyo fills me with so much glee. Cause it's a celebration of how if we let the little things captivate us, we can end up much more enamored with life as a whole. And if you ask me, that's an expression of pure joy. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Ibby792. If you're new here and like this video, let's be friends. If you like and subscribe, we can have slumber parties, and I'll make us friendship bracelets. Ponyo will be back in theaters again, at least here in the US, in early May, so make sure you go and see it if you can. Okay, big kid grown up talk now for everyone who's been around. First things first, we hit 10K, which is, wow. In a funny way, I'm wholly unprepared for this because we were floating around in that 9K pool for so long that I just thought this would never come. I honestly gave up on it, but here we are, and all I can say is shit. Thank you. You guys compose every number, every statistic that makes me any sort of relevant, and if it wasn't for all of you, I couldn't maintain this niche internet micro-celebrity status that I hold so dear. So I appreciate y'all for entertaining so much of my loony ass ideas and making this teeny little slice of the internet so nice to inhabit. Whenever the channel has a good period of growth, I'm unsure of what to write next, so I like doing these kind of one takes, these vibey lower stakes meditations on important media to me. I know it's like a full 180 from the last video and probably not what people want to see, but I need them more for me because I start getting really caught up in, oh, I gotta do something bigger, or oh, I gotta do something for everybody, and sometimes I just gotta reset and remember that shit's only gonna be good if I do what I want to do. You know, the projects that really set my brain on fire. I'm regretting to inform you that the next video will most likely be on a manga that you may or may not have read, and it just keeps growing and expanding on the page. And if you were there for the last time I did a sizable manga video, I mean, the real OGs know what Shibuya did to me. I'm trying my best to rein it in, so hopefully things don't get too out of control, but I apologize in advance for making something some of you can't fully watch. I hate that I can't put out more for all you guys. The video after that should be a return to form, so we can all reconvene and catch up then. But if Tears of the Kingdom comes out before then it might be a while, because I'm an A1 Zelda motherfucker, and I'm taking like a whole 2 months off life for that one. Have you seen that trailer? Like, holy shit. In other news, I made a Twitter and I'll link it below. I won't use this much, I just made it so I can lurk, but if you want to hear the occasional quick thought or update from me, you can do that now. Instagram's also great for that if you just need that little extra dose of Ibby. And yeah, that's about it. I still got more ideas to make, I still got more cosplays to play with, I still got more money to stack, and more women to have relations with. And hopefully, so do you. I hope you know you always got my gratitude for sticking with me. Keep yourself healthy, keep yourself fresh, keep your drip on 100, and you know, have yourselves a damn good one.